Transference and Countertransference with demo. This is the topic of our video today. Transference is always experience from our past with significant others. Really good job! Just correct the numbers. You can't do anything right. I think she'll fire me.
Oh, my little sweet boy. I would listen and listen to you all my life.
I'm your mother and I know much better what you should do.
You will do what I tell you to do.
Namaskar. I'm Anna Bobikova. Welcome to AB Lifetime channel on mental health. The structure of this video is preface, then we will see 3 cases, which is demo actually, then case analysis and ideas what to do with transference and countertransference. I am using psychodrama method in my work as well as in videos. Sigmund Freud opened up that unconsciously person can bring feelings and emotions from the previous experience and bringing it here and right now and transfer them onto another object, another person. For example, if once I was experiencing some feelings, some emotions like anger toward my father and suppress them, right now I can transfer this onto my husband. Of course, this all happens unconsciously. Transference and countertransference can happen in therapeutic process, in counseling sessions, as well as in regular life. And this is very important why I'm doing this video, to start to pay attention for how covered we are with these transferences. And really, sometimes we do not realize I'm dealing with this person right now, or I'm dealing with my grandmother from my previous experience and unfinished business with her. Transference is always experience from our past with significant others. For example, if you meet somebody and you already experience some sort of emotions, some sort of feelings toward this person, I like this person or I don't like this person, and I haven't even have any communication or any interaction with this person, and I already have I pulled toward or pushed away. This is about transference too. It means that if I haven't have any interaction with this person, it means that this person should be neutral for me, but I already transferencing on this person some sort of traits. Let's see the cases. Gail, it's about my presentation. Did you like it? Really good job. Visual concept is really good. I would like you just to pay attention to the numbers. We need to be very clear with our clients about the numbers. All right?
Eve, you can't do anything right. You cannot do even simple 2 + 2.
But I did my best. Yeah, I see that. Just correct the numbers.
Your teacher won't be happy. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything is wrong.
I think she'll fire me. Look at this.
Oh my God!
Here I am,
so
yes,
funny.
and here I am in Thailand. Yes, and look at me.
Arthur, you are so funny.
And here I am doing that. Remember I told you about the elephants? Yes, here.
I have good time with you.
Yeah.
Oh, my little sweet boy. I would listen and listen to you all my life, sweetie.
All right, it's time for me to go home.
Right.
But you told me that you like to spend time with me. You told you have fun with me. Honey, I'm going to wear the red dress to your corporate event.
Well,
That red one, remember?
it's beautiful dress. But it's official event. We need to wear formal clothing there.
You are too much. You are too bright. Can you stop wearing your blue hair to the school so I'm not feeling like I'm an idiot father? You know what? I am mature enough to make my own decisions what I'm going to wear. I'm your mother, and I know much better what you should do. You are not going anywhere and you are staying home. I'm the boss.
You know what? We were talking about this for 3 months, and now you are trying to bring your rules even into my work. Then I'll go there by myself. I don't need wife who cannot support me even at official event at my work.
You will do what I tell you to do. You are so selfish. Case analysis. As we can see, we actually in regular life we all live covered with transferences and countertransferences. In all cases, all our characters are transferencing the experience of their past relationship with their significant others onto current, present relationship. It's from childhood to new object in current life. I've heard somewhere that they tell it is reproduction of emotions related to repressed experiences. As I told in the beginning, it can happen in therapeutic environment, in counseling sessions, as well as in regular life. Even right now, when you are watching me here in this video, think about whom do I remind you. It can be surprising that I could remind you, father, mother, grandmother, somehow from your previous experience. The main thing what we are looking here for is that transference and countertransference are unconscious. And through the process of therapy, counseling, it's important to bring it from unconsciousness into consciousness, onto other level. And it's coming in the process of your personal work, of course. You start to verbalize your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and then you connect them to your previous experience. Transference is always connected to previous experience, to the past. It is recreation of past experience which is not connected to the current experience. But it is unconscious recreation of past. When the transference becoming conscious, when you realize, okay, right now I'm not talking to my husband, I'm talking to my father, it's unfinished business with my father, then at that moment you step forward in your realization, your growth. You are cutting, it's like separation, it's separation from your father, from that unfinished business or from that repressed emotions which were happening there. In this relationship with my husband, I do not have to prove, I do not have to explain anything. I do not have to explain something what was not explained there to my father. I wanted so much to explain him there, but I do not have to explain it right now with my husband. When transference is happening with mental health professional, when you are in some sort of work with therapist, counselor, social worker, if you would think about it's usually you would find out that this person reminds you somebody from your previous experience. Usually father, mother, you just can think about, oh, whom does this my counselor remind me about? Oh, my mother. Or my counselor, I feel warmth towards my counselor. I pull toward my counselor. And you can think about whom does counselor remind. Or sometime distant, suddenly, oh, I feel this distant. The feelings could be different, right? They could be positive emotions. I feel warmth about my counselor, or I feel neglected. Sometimes it reminds me about some sort of abuse I experienced in my childhood. Very often people would pick up and choose the counselor or therapist going through the websites, and you are looking on the pictures and there is the text, and think about when you are making the choice, whom does this person remind you? Just with the picture and with a little few phrases. Countertransference. In the last case, Bob and Helene, we had that countertransference situation. So actually, countertransference is when we have one transference, the wife, Helene, is transferring her experience with her father on her husband, and countertransference, like we have transference toward transference, and he is transferring his unfinished business with his mother on her. Summary. Transference is when person unconsciously recreating the situation over and over and over, trying to achieve different result. What to do with that? In regular life, what's important, if it is unconscious, it's important to start to pay attention, notice that, and try to put it from unconsciousness into consciousness. If I'm talking to the boss in the role of Eve, noticing right now I'm talking to my boss or I'm talking to my mother. If my boss is telling me simple phrase, please correct the errors, it usually means please correct the errors. If I have these emotions, if I have that anger or fear, what does it mean? Actually, then it is the signal for me, sign for me that actually I'm not talking to my boss. I'm talking to this ghost, my mother or my father, and there is unfinished business. In Helena and Bob case, if husband is talking about please do not wear the red dress, it maybe simply means please do not wear a red dress, and there is the dress code. For example, I'm Helena right now. If I have this huge amount of aggression, if I have huge amount of anger, it's probably not toward my husband. And there is unfinished business. What was happening there with father? We need in the therapeutic environment, we need to work on that. What was happening there? Finish there, and then return into this situation and see how Helena feels. And if she can handle this conversation about what she's going to wear. Next thing, what we can do about when you already notice, like, oh my God, it seems to me that I actually am not talking to my wife, for example. I see that the ghost of my mother is here. Think about 2, 3, 4, 5 things about what is the differences between my wife and my mother. Maybe it is my wife is warm, my wife is supportive, my wife has different name, my wife looks different, and my wife is not my mother, for example. If you catch yourself in therapeutic environment when you are experiencing these emotions toward your mental health professional which you are working with, then it's good if you tell about that. Like, oh, you know what? It looks like I'm getting angry on you. And you can talk about this. It's very good when you bring these cases and you can discuss with your counselor, with your therapist about what's going on with you. And on these cases, then you can see all transferences in your life. Sometimes if your therapist, your counselor catch himself, herself on their counter-transference, or like they maybe see your transference, then they can maybe be curious and ask you the questions. Oh, it looks like you're feeling something here, and you can discuss that. The main idea here, we are working out that suppressed experience from your past. If it is happening, if you are a mental health professional and you are noticing that you have transferences in your work with your clients, of course, two things which are important to be done is supervision, of course, and your personal work with your therapist. And I think that's it. If you have any questions about transference, countertransference, please leave comments below the video. I work in Monterey, California. You can reach me through my website. If you live distantly, I'm working online too. I work in person and I do groups. You can see all this information on the website. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Namaste.